into the semi-finals we go now with this year's Euro 2022 with the ladies. That's right, England, Germany, Sweden and France remain. But who will make it to the final two? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're taking a look at the 2022 European Championship for the ladies, of course, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button and you'll bang up today. All things Euro 22 related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Ruski, of course, England still remain. They're in the final four, one step closer to bringing it home, possibly, and getting to a final. We'll have a look at it, all of it, in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VRPs. They are the patrons, guys. You know who you are. But anyway, where the heck have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe and keep your bang up to date with all the things going on in the Euro 2022. That's right, what we're talking about, I'm talking about this. Yes, indeedio. Of course, we are looking forward to the semi-finals, but before all that, we are going to take a little look at, of course, how we all got on in the quarterfinals. So here we go then, shall we? Well, first and foremost, let's take a look at how I got on with, of course, a recap of my picks. There's are the games. Of course, England against Spain. I went with a 3-1 win myself. Of course, it was just a 2-1 win. England go through late on there with a monstrous result. Meanwhile, moving forward, who will they take on? They'll take on the Swedes. That's right. I went with a 2-0 win myself. 1-0 was the final score. So well done, Les Swed. Moving into the back end of the bracket, Germany, of course, took care of business against Austria. 4-0 was my pick. 2-0 it was in the end. And of course, they are through to the semi-finals as well. Who will join them? Well, it was France. I think I actually went with France. But in the video, I actually said I wanted to go with the Dutch. I'm claiming this badger as a correct pick. So basically, I got it all right. I got it all fucking right. If you want the answer to the semis, it's right here. Of course, 2-1 it was, but it actually was 1-0. So I got the right result in the end, or right prediction. But the scoreline was a little bit off in the end. So that's the state of play there. And of course, if you want to get involved with the prediction league, is wide open still. Yeah, it might be a little bit late for this one, but regardless of all that, we are, of course, still taking your predictions. So what are we going to talk about now? Let's take a look at how you guys got on then, shall we? I'm talking about this. That's right. It is the Superbru. Hopefully I can get to this. It was a bit laggy a minute ago, but we're going to take a little look at the Superbru, which is the prediction league. I'm not sponsored. I'm just showing you the recap of the matter here. So let's take a look at the leaderboard round results. We want round results. I'll show you the master plan here. So if you were to take the quarterfinals only, it would have been James Peace FC are great with 8.5 points. I got a respectable 5.5. Hans Worst up there with 8 as well. A Judy with a 5.5 as well. And then the chasing back. Millie's on a vacation. I'll give her a benefit of the doubt. So what's that done to the overall leaderboard? Well, here it comes at you in all its glory. I'm sitting in mid-table, 5th spot. Of course, it's my first attempt at the ladies' game, but we're here and we're represented, of course, 28.5 points for us. 41.5 is the leader, Hansworth. James Peace FC, of course, the yellow cap-wearing one, this one, who did very well in the last round. And A Judy up there in the bronze medal spot. So those guys looking good. This is just for fun, but it's also a bit of a tester for the domestic leagues across England, and we are going to be looking at those, and Scotland as well, and of course the European competitions when they kick up into top gear. But really, it's been a bit of fun. This makes it a lot easier for me. But anyway, if you want to get involved, that's the way to do it. Of course, Cutley Fortress Euro 2022. We are going to predict the semi-finals. It is still just a bit of fun. Get your name in lights, all that kind of stuff, and we'll see how you get on. So moving on to those semi-finals then. Here they come in all its glory, and I'm going to tell you all about them right here, right now. So England will be taking on La Suède in a bit of a zinger chicken dinner taking place on Tuesday the 26th of July. That's right, of course, played each other 8 times, these two sides. 2 wins for England, 4 wins for Sweden, and 2 draws as well. England, though, 100% form. Haven't lost a game in the last 18 matches. Meanwhile, Sweden haven't lost in the last 16 games, but they come into just 83% form for them as well. Meanwhile, England's biggest win over Sweden was a 4-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 4-1 win. In fact, England scored 9 goals compared to Sweden's 10, so it's quite tight. And in fact, it works out around about 1.25 goals game ratio for Sweden compared to the 1.13 goals game ratio for England. Of course, last time they played, there was a 2-1 win for Sweden. It was in the World Cup knockout stage. It was in the 3rd round, big 2-1 win for Sweden. In fact, Sweden are unbeaten against England over the last 3 occasions, picking up a couple of wins and a draw. You've got to go all the way back to August 2014 for England's last victory over Sweden. And it was a comfortable 4-0 win as well. Just 1 goal conceded by England throughout the tournament so far. That was against Spain. Meanwhile, Sweden have also gone back-to-back games now without conceding a goal, and they've actually scored 8 goals course, in the last 3 games combined. Well, what do we think about this one? I'll tell you, look at the odds here. We have 4-3 on is your England. They are favourites for this one. 50-4 is your away win. That is Sweden. And 13-5 is the draw. It is going to be a tight game, tough game as well, and it could realistically go either way. I'm not going to go a comfortable win for England, but I'm going to give it to them anyway. 2-1 win for them. The home fans as well will be backing them up, of course, on this one. Just to remind you that the game is actually taking place in Bramall Lane, of course. So England, in my eyes, will go through, but who will they go through to take on in the final? Well, it'll be between Germany and France in the second semi-final, taking place this Wednesday, the 27th of July, as well. Taking place at Stadium MK. Germany, of course, playing France for the 14th time since 2005. They've won 7 of them. France have won 3, and there's been 3 draws. Germany, though, winning 5 of the bouts. Of course, 83% forward for them up against France, who haven't lost a game in 18 games. Goodness gracious me. They did have a blip on their resume, of course, in the group stage. We'll talk about that in a minute. But France's biggest win over Germany, just a 3-0 win. Germany's biggest win over France, a 4-0 win. And Germany have actually scored 28 goals compared to France's 18. Works out around about 2.15 goals a game ratio compared to the 1.38 goals a game ratio for La France. Speaking of games, though, the last time they played, there was a 1-0 win for France back in June 2021. It was a friendly, of course, and it wasn't long ago that Germany picked up a win against France as well. They picked up a 1-0 win back in February 2019. Germany, of course, coming into this, haven't conceded a goal all tournament. And in fact, they've scored 6, 9, 10, 11 goals throughout the tournament combined and yet to concede a goal. France have been a little bit sloppy, of course, letting goals in against Italy, Belgium, and of course that draw against Iceland. But they'll fancy their chances to give Germany a game as well this coming Wednesday. 6-4 is your Germany, 6-4 is also your France. They cannot be separated in the bookies. 11-5 is your draw, but not me. I'm backing, of course, the Germans here. 2-0 win for me to, of course, make it an England-Germany final. That's what we really want, don't we? We want to, of course, I want to give Germany a chance to win it, of course, and England want to be in the final as well. So is it going to come home? We'll have to wait and see. 11-2 are your Swedes to win the trophy at the end. 11-4 is your France. Germany are 5-2, second favourites. England are favourites, of course, and they have been very, very good as well. But that's, of course, the state of play in my picks. Be sure to get your own picks as well, and don't forget to jump in on the Superbru. But that is it, guys and girls. That is it. Be sure to give it some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and all that kind of stuff. And again, if you want to join us, this Discord is wide open. It's free, and all the links are down below. But until then, boys and girls, I'll see you back for the final. Until then, enjoy the ride.